All right, Jay, this video is for you. Got your bike up on the lift. Gonna hit the key here. See the headlight comes on. I'm not gonna turn the bike on, but I'm just gonna show you how the lights work. Hit the signals. There it is, flashing. And the other side, flashing. Horn, you hear that? You go to the back here. There's your tail light. That's what that looks like. And we'll just hit the other side here. Take a look at that. That's what that looks like. A couple things I got to let you know about here. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. Okay. These are the signals that you chose to have installed on your bike. And although they are quite flashy, all pun intended, what's not so flashy is the relationship between this lock nut. I'm not sure if you can see in there. Yeah, I guess you can't really. But between this lock nut, the metal bracket, and this rubber, there's a lock washer right in here. Now, the lock washer is supposed to stop this nut from turning once it's been compressed and sort of locks, so to speak, against the nut. But the problem that we have with this whole setup is that the shaft is made of plastic and it's reinforced with rubber, so it's got a little give. If you turn this nut too hard, you will strip the plastic shaft that it actually rides on. So we can't pull this nut in super tight. You can see I can move with my fingers if I really, really turn it hard as I can. Look at the indentation of these in my finger. Jeepers. If I turn that really hard, I can get that to as tight as possible. But if I put an actual wrench on it, I will destroy this signal itself. So we have a bit of a problem here with this setup. The same is true on the other side. Actually, for any one of the signals that you've chosen, it's this rubber sort of mast, I guess, if you want to call it that, or piece, that will constantly cause an issue. So I'm sorry about that, but that's where we're at. The other thing about this particular, I forgot to show you this. Is the tail light for the plate is like, it's on, but it doesn't really light up the plate. But in terms of adhering to the law, the light is on the plate. It just doesn't light up all that well. You might get a little bit of static for that, but that is what it is. And then last but not least, and I'll see if I could square this up. I know there's some stuff in the background here. That doesn't help get this out of the way. Okay. I'll show you this. Okay, so here's the back of the bike. Look at the top of the screen. There's the handlebars. There's the seam on the seat. There's the tail light. Now look at your license plate. See how it's kind of off to one side there? Look at the right side is down, the left side is up. That's just how this thing came out of the box, so to speak. I'm trying to hold this as square as I can, but you see what I mean. It's not entirely straight. Now, if you come all the way back, if you look straight at it, you're like, it's bent. But, if you go like this, I'm kidding. Anyway, at your discretion, you may want to just grab this and bend it. My nervousness is that it's fragile and that I'll break it if I did that for you. So I've installed it the way that it came out of the box. There it is. It's on. Everything is fastened and fastened good. The fasteners underneath that I went with, I had to go with two different sizes because you remember one of these was stripped, so I had to chase all four of the holes. Whoops. Okay, sorry. Dropped the phone there for a second. Anyway, I had to chase all four of the holes, clean them up, and even still they were sticky. And I'm not quite sure what's really going on with why the fasteners give us such a hard time. If I had to guess, I would just simply say that wherever this bike is manufactured, the quality of fasteners and the quality of the machining tools that go in to make bolt holes versus the bolts that actually go up in there is poor quality. Really, really poor quality. And that's why you had such a problem getting the stupid bolts out of there. Like, it was a real struggle. And you wouldn't even have to turn it that hard. You could turn it by hand and it would just get totally stuck in there. Use tools to grab it and the tools would slip right off. So anyway, that's what I think it is. It's just the quality of the fastener. So I had to be pretty careful about how I got that back together, but there it is. And your bike is ready. Now, You're probably noticing on the front of the bike, oh, I left the key on. Probably noticing on the front of the bike that your stock signals are still there. Given where we've been and given where you want to go with your bike, do you want me to continue on with the front signals? All right.